Teacher College on Wednesday?
Oh, yes. I want to say Melody, what's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole
Yes.
the blonde. Yeah, absolutely.
She said I was going to be here. Hi, I'm Alice.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, she came up after my talk and introduced herself, and that was really great that she came. It was really great.
Oh, she's so passionate about the show, and she writes awesome reviews for us.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think I read one, and it was really good. Yeah, I remember. We don't have a lot of reading time on our show.
I can't imagine you do.
This is my break. The actors are still working, but the writers. Last week was my last day in season 1, just last week. So we're literally writing up to the last minute.
When do you think you'll find out from NBC? Probably up front?
Who knows? Who knows? They announced that our show was picked up before last season, before the upfronts. They made a pre-upfront announcement, so maybe they'll do that this year. I don't know.
It's NBC.
Yeah, I can't predict them.
But, all right, everyone's evading us, so what can you not tell us?
I can't tell you if anybody else is going to die. I can't tell you any love story stuff. There's a lot of stuff I can't tell you. There's stuff I can tease you, but there's a lot I can't tell you. I can tell you that there's been a lot of questions about Danny's death. Why did we make that particular move, that decision? It wasn't easy. It's never easy to kill off a character you love and an actor actually that you love a lot. But we wanted to raise the stakes for each of our heroes, meaning Miles and that group. Monroe is a hero of a different, so maybe an anti-hero. We wanted to raise the stakes for them in the second half of the season in a really meaningful and dramatic way. And the most dramatic way to do that would be to have killed a character that we really cared about. So we talked about who that could be and why, and all the signs kept saying the cost, the emotional cost of killing Dan, and it's not like we played Russian roulette. I mean, there was really a plot decision that the emotional cost to all the characters of losing Danny after working so hard to get him would be either devastating and you just want to go off and kill yourself, or you'd fight that much harder to take down Monroe. So there we have it.
Yeah, I thought it made sense. In a tragic way. But
it took a lot of guts, and I really admire Aaron Kripke for being willing to do that.
Well, I was kind of trying to figure out if Charlie's journey from that little girl eating ice cream until now, and I kind of thought Miles has been a really big influence on her young adult years, but I'm wondering now after last week, is she going to become more like Monroe?
It's interesting you should say that. We've talked in the past about Miles not wanting her to become like him. But now, that's when she was a little girl. Now she's a woman, and she really is a warrior. I don't think that Charlie would become a version of Monroe, but there are qualities of Monroe that I think she absolutely is starting to display, especially her fierceness and her determination to win at any cost. Charlie has a moral center. She really has a moral center. I think Monroe's moral center is a little skewed.
Well, is it possible? Yeah, she could eventually evolve. Monroe started with a moral center, and it just
that's true. It's true.
I always thought that Miles was his moral center personally.
Well, and he doesn't have Miles now, so his moral center's out there trying to kill him.
Which, will we find that out? What really started it all?
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot more about that whole storyline, both in flashback and in the present. We'll learn about.
So I asked in the panel, do the actors know the backstory? And they said no. Do you guys have a Bible that you wrote from that says here's the backstory, or are you really still creating it as you go along?
We improvise. We create it as we go along. And there are ideas that we sort of collectively hold in mind as possibilities. But if there's a better idea that comes up and it doesn't screw up too much of what we've already filmed and broadcast, we're pretty reckless at our show. We figure as long as it hasn't been aired yet, we can yank it and put something better in its place. So we've changed a lot of episodes in these first 12 with different flashbacks than we had intended, moved story points, scenes from one episode to another. We've had a lot of fun doing that. And the actors are game for it. They've played whatever we've thrown at them. You can tell they really enjoy each other. It's genuine.
Have you been out there to see them work in North Carolina?
We have. Only one of our writers has been able to go to the set, and that was for episode 8 last season, Melissa Glenn. Melissa and I co-wrote Monday's episode. The reason is we have 7 writers.
Yeah.
It's a small staff, and you take any one of them to North Carolina for 3 or 4 weeks to prep and film an episode. That's just like, it's like taking out your second baseman and putting him with the ball game. It's just hard.
Yeah, understandable.
So you're 3 levels deep in the writer's room. You don't have like the 3 rows or...
No, we have one table, and we actually have 2 writer's assistants. We work so hard on the show, we have to have 2 or we'd burn somebody out. They'd be in the loony bin. Yeah, we have usually of the 7, there are 5 to 6 of us around, because someone is writing, off-writing, and somebody else is rewriting and prepping. So it's a pretty small room, but it's a fast room, and we get a lot of time with Kripke in the room, and occasionally Jon Favreau has stopped in to spend a couple days with us, which is always exciting and interesting.
I run a rather large supernatural fan site, so I've met Mr. Kripke quite a few times and interviewed him. Do you see an influence from with all these supernatural people that have come to join the team? Seen the influence of that show into Revolution a little bit?
You know, the only influence I can tell you about is there's a shorthand that he has with those guys. You know, they've got a background, but Revolution is its own animal, and it maybe helps to know the boss from before, but I didn't, and I work, I think, pretty well with Eric. I think we all do. He really made the staff selections carefully. What's fun to see is when he brings actors and directors he's worked with on Supernatural to do something, like Mark Pellegrino. It's so much fun to watch that character.
We love Mark.
We do too.
And Guy B too.
Guy directs a lot for us.
Yes, he's quite good.
Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you
so much.
I like the fact that you brought out in the panel that you brought in physicists and scientists early on, and they were amazed at the picture. Well, what we're going to be seeing.
None of them saw it coming.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's how I feel all the time. But like on episode 13, I guess the reason. I mean, nobody really. I mean, they looked at it and told them that. That's pretty cool.
They said that could really happen. They said yes, it's very cool. And by the way, folks, that could really happen. They also told us some other interesting things that would happen decades after the event, more than the time that we're probably showing, because it'd be like longer than the lifespan of our characters, really, but the things that would inevitably follow that, which was also really interesting.
So, what, season 20?
At least, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Tell Nicole I appreciated her showing up at the thing.
Definitely.
That was really nice to talk to her.
We're a new group photo.